Welcome back. This is Rito here with another Terraria Spirit Mod showcase video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the awesome changes that have been made in the Spirit Mod 1.4.2 update. It will be available to download on Saturday, March 27th, and it is called the Sinister Sands update. One of the really big things that was changed in this update is the Scarabeus boss, and I wanted to make a dedicated video to showing the boss fight. I've switched over to some early pre-hard mode gear, so I've got like platinum armor. I've got some decent accessories here like Frostspark boots, yellow horseshoe balloon, frog legs, shield of Cthulhu, and the Briarheart charm. But all of these I think you can get before you fight Scarabeus. I think they've made the boss a little bit more difficult. I know they've changed it a whole bunch. In my recent Seth the Skeleton Spirit Mod playthrough, we fought this boss in its original state, so I'm excited to see what it looks like now. So it's summoned the same way as before using the Scarab Idol. And so let's go ahead and start this boss fight and check it out. So already I can see the icon looks different. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool. It's like so much more menacing with its sharp looking legs. So it's shooting out a lot of sand. It's probably best to have an arena set up like this before you start fighting this boss unless you're pretty confident with it. That is really cool, that attack where it shoots sand up. Okay, let's start doing some damage. I've got an enchanted sword. I've also got the Tome of 1,000 Fangs. This thing is super OP, or at least it used to be. Let's see if it's still pretty good. Okay, so it has these kind of moving sand particles before it shoots the sand up, so it can give you time to hide in between them, and that way you can avoid damage. Okay, so now it's got a sandstorm, and oh my goodness, what is happening here? It's just under 50%, and it's changed the attack pattern. It's going like in an enraged mode, I guess. Pretty sweet. It's got a sandstorm here. Kind of continuous sand flying around the arena. Oh, and there we go. We've got some ads, but I don't know if we can kill them. They just seem to attack and then disappear. Whoa, okay, so it shoots those kind of like sand-looking projectiles, and that shows where the other projectiles will go. I like when it gives you a hint of where to stand to dodge. Okay, so those are those little beetles that it summoned. So it looks like they just kind of track you and then attack downward. Okay, there's that attack again. That's cool. Oh, those are beetles that are all flying by. Okay, let's keep on doing some damage. Let's take this boss down. You can actually land some true melee hits there when it's crashing into the ground. And there is the gooey carcass. Let's take a look at what we got in the treasure bag. It is the Royal Khopesh. What? It's like an Arcalis? Okay, that is super cool. And we got the Scarab Pendant. Summons a rideable giant pillbug that rolls through enemies at high speeds. Rolling through an enemy protects against contact damage. So let's see what this mount does. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. We're riding on top of a rolly bug. This is actually pretty fast, 46 miles an hour, and it will go right through enemies. And on top of revamping that whole boss fight, they also revamped all of the drops from the boss. So we've got this bow right here, which is pretty sweet. It's got a completely new effect where you can pull back, and the longer you hold, the longer that arrow forms, and then you can shoot what appears to be like a piercing arrow. I haven't seen any bows that charge like this. This is actually really fun. So we got the Sunrise Scepter, which summons a controllable orb. Does damage. That is really cool. And then we've got the Locust Crook, which summons a bunch of locusts to attack the boss. And lastly is the Royal Khopesh, which is the Arcalis-looking sword. So cool. They also reworked the Chitin armor, so let's give that a try and see what it does. So the set bonus says tap in a direction to dash and envelop yourself in a tornado. Ooh, that's cool. And if you haven't defeated the Eye of Cthulhu yet, you'll be able to have a dash even before that boss. It's not as far of a dash as the Shield of Cthulhu, and I'm curious what happens if we have both on. So it seems like the Chitin armor overrides the Shield of Cthulhu. And it looks like this doesn't do damage when you dash through things, but I really love it. And just as a reminder, to craft the summon for the Scarabeus boss, you'll just need a demon altar, a sapphire, 3 antlion mandibles, and some desert fossils. And you can also craft one out of topaz. Well, that concludes our showcase video of the awesome new Scarabeus boss. It was a ton of fun to fight. I love the new changes, and I love the new weapons that you can get from it, especially this bow. Although the Sunrise Scepter is also probably one of my favorites of these. And we've got lots more stuff to cover. So the next video I do will probably show some of the other bosses that had AI changes or resprites. And then I'll probably have one last video just showing a bunch of my favorite things from this update. And if you haven't seen the Seth the Skeleton playthrough, be sure to check that out. It was a ton of fun. We just finished it last week. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.